Yes.
Hello. Oh wait, I disappeared Mike again. There he is.
Hello, I am here. Am I?
Yeah, you
I
are.
am here.
Yes. And I'm not having a dwarf in front of me today.
What is that?
It's
That's since when is your dwarf green like that?
yeah. I elongated him a little bit.
What's going on?
Well, it was from 2 weeks ago when you weren't here. Yeah, I
Uh-huh.
started building this one during the stream, and I kind of wanted to finish it. So that's kind of what I wanted to do
Oh,
today.
but he's looking more fancy than he was looking then. What happened there?
I changed up the shape. I think like about 4 times, and I changed up some of the arms and legs of him as well. They're still not really finished,
Ooh.
and gave the head some tweaks and stuff. And I was slowly putting in some leaves and everything like that. But yeah, that's a very slow process.
It's looking
Hey,
nice.
Gathers, welcome. Welcome back.
Trust. Hello, hello. We get the spam first. Yeah, on the first. For, for me on the menu today, like last time, we did hands. And so I want to make these hands into one combined tool, subtool. Yes, that's the
Mm-hmm.
word.
Mm-hmm.
Same on the other side, probably work them up a little bit more and then start on the feet.
Ah.
Feeties, because they are blocky feeties.
Ah, they look
And
fine.
I don't think I will do too much on like this area
Nah, you're never gonna
because
see that anyway.
they're gotta be hidden.
But he needs to have
So
some toes, right?
it's mainly toe work.
Yeah.
That's how to do it.
All right then. So we're
That's
having two dragons on stream today.
that's the plan.
And yeah, I still have to do all those leaves, and I just noticed that mine are a lot more pink than the other ones. These ones are a bit more pink. They should be a little bit more warmer, a little bit more orangey. Maybe I can fix that. And when I've done that, still need to do a bit of a necklace that he has, and so just the details in his face. Just clean it up a little bit.
Nice.
Yeah, and I
Nice.
also found out that what I'm currently doing with the face, right, is that I'm using a nano mesh. So it's there, and I
Oh,
can press edit mesh, and then I can just move that around, and it would work on the position
ooh,
mesh as well. So now I still have my symmetry going on while it's off axis.
that's very
But
fancy.
yeah, there's another way as well,
What?
and that's
Another way?
yeah, that may be a
Okay.
little bit better, but it's maybe for next project. So if you've got this cone, right, and just make it directional, there is a thing called a stager. Yes, and I haven't really
Uh-huh.
used
Yes.
the home stage,
I have
and
used it.
I have never. And I kind of want to put it over here. Whatever it is that you want to put over there, target stage, then you can switch stage.
Switch.
Yeah,
Yes.
and now I can still work on this and switch stage. I can also work it over here, and
Yeah.
maybe I would prefer to do that over here because of symmetry. So if you got something like a sword or another asset, maybe a briefcase or something like that that you kind of want to have separate, and it's maybe a little bit better than
Yeah.
that micro mesh that I'm currently using.
Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I used this when I was working on the belly man, if you remember that.
The Valley Man.
Uh, the the man that had a lot of man coming out of his belly. Uh, from a long time ago when PolyParty was still offline.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it wasn't even regular. Um, but my problem with that is when I'm not careful and I merge subtools together, uh, then it can lose the stages.
Mm-hmm.
So if if it has the stages on your top subtool and you merge down, it will keep the stages just fine, which is great. But if you merge it from the other way, then you lose the stages, and then it's a pain to get it back on symmetry.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't know if the your other method might have the same problem.
Well,
Or similar.
it should be somewhere at this moment. I don't think this is the one, but it looks if it isn't, or is it? I've got no clue, to be honest. Let's go to my instance again and add it, and now we're just going to move that. No, that isn't the
No,
one anymore.
that's a different one. I
Yep.
see it hidden over there. Oh no, I don't see it hidden over there. It's just a mesh.
But yeah, as you can see, everything needs to be contained into one subtool, otherwise it doesn't work.
Yeah, so if you have to add a subtool to this, then how would you need to do that? Just make a new instance, or?
I think so, yeah. So
Yeah, so
yeah,
that's
this isn't a perfect method either, but
yeah.
it'll work
They
for
both have
now.
problems.
I got everything in there that I wanted to have in there, so yeah. Let's just keep working
Get
on
on.
this and see where we end
Yeah.
up.
Hey, I see we have someone new in our Discord, Alfaruz.
Ah, welcome.
Welcome to the Discord. For people that are not in the Discord, there's a Discord link.
And hello, Nitish. Welcome back.
Hey, Nitish.
Yeah.
How have you been? Let me see. Oop, open the chat again. Yes. This pop-out window of the chat doesn't stay on top of the windows. So I lose it every once in a while.
Let's see, it's kind of like that.
Right, I also have to open up my reference because otherwise I
Your reference?
don't remember what a hand looked like. Open recent. It is not recent anymore. Oh my god. Dwarf. Ref. I was looking at Hand of Wolverine, one of those very fancy models.
Oh, yeah. I think I know the reference that you are using. Yeah.
Yeah, very, Wolverine hand, you know.
Very muscular and
Clawing.
veiny.
Yes, that's why I wish I could do that reference.
You have to, if you want to do that, then you have to make more hands and not cheat when while making them.
It's my favorite subject. Making hands.
Silly boy.
It's not. It has been good. Learning hair cards. Ah. Are you hair cards in getting in Maya through XGen and stuff, or another method? How about you? How about
Haircuts are
us,
pretty
guys?
fun. Yeah. I haven't really been learning anything beside the multiple ways to work symmetrically whilst. Oh man, I'm really slow today, aren't I? Talking is difficult.
Keep symmetry.
Yes, thank you.
Right,
I'm not all here today, I think.
The one
Physically,
brain cell
yes.
has been
Mentally,
used
I'm somewhere. I got no idea where. But
somewhere over the rainbow.
who
Where
knows?
did my thumb go? Ah, okay. It's still there. It's fine.
Xgen and bake it into X normal. Oh man, X normal is
Mm.
great.
Oh, it's such a blast from the past to open up that X normal window.
It looks ridiculous, man. Does a good job, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Clearly made by a programmer and not an artist.
That's probably why it still works.
Yeah, it's just one thing and one thing only. It is very it is quite slow. Yeah, I kind of stopped using it when we switched to what's its face Substance Painter,
Mm.
because it's all baked in there, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still a good piece of software.
Yeah. I also switched to Substance Painter for baking. Oh well, and now we are using Marmoset for baking.
Oh, okay.
Just because you get a little bit more control in somewhere, and sometimes you want that. So like in Substance Painter, you can only set like the search distance basically of where it looks for the normals, right?
Mm-hmm.
And in Marmoset, you can have the search distance, and then per model, yeah, per mesh, you can also use a paint map to say like search here a little bit more in this area or a little bit less in this area. So you then
Ah, all right.
so it's easier to not get intersections. Still not super easy, but it's easier.
I just gave every subtool that I had a um, its own map, and then everything merged together.
Mm-hmm.
It would look based on the names that it had.
Yeah,
As a result, that you weren't able to do things like ambient occlusion, the map at least.
yeah. I also use that in Marmoset, but sometimes I have like high poly stuff that has way more intersection than the low poly version,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just want to have it search more or less in some areas. It's like, and you can also paint in if it needs to search for band normals or not. So yeah,
Oh.
you get like in curved areas, so like let's say on the side of a cylinder, some things usually go pretty wonky if you have the normal setting, and then you can say like, oh, just search straight from the normal instead of in this general area. Then it becomes a lot straighter, the resulting normal map.
Ah, that's pretty nice.
Very useful in hard surface stuff. What I'm saying probably doesn't really make sense if you don't know how this works.
No, I think it does, to me at least.
Yeah.
To all other people as well.
Okay, what am I doing? I have just been rotating around the hand palm so far.
That's a good start.
Let's
Good start, yes.
let's make a copy.
He's afraid for that commitment on working on hands.
Yeah,
Just stretching it
exactly.
out as long as possible.
Just
I
deep
would.
breaths. Deep breaths.
You can do it.
Let me just turn all of these things off and merge into a different subtool. And then it's gone. Let me put my thing in there. Yep. Now I'm going to save this, and I'm going to I need to union this. Okay, so let's do that first. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Let's make some straight lines.
Hello.
Hello.
Deathbite is here as well.
Left bite. You remembered. We're streaming tonight. No, just joking. Are you excited?
You were working on a Superman, right?
Hell yeah.
Let's see what we can do.
Yeah.
If there are any pointers to give.
Yeah, is there anything specific that you have a question about in there? Yeah, that looks about right. Let's try my union. And a little cog menu, remesh by union. And we have multiple subdivisions. Yes, that's true. Geometry, the power. Remesh by union. Okie dokie. And how these lines look. Fine. I don't seem to be intersecting weirdly. So
I'm just
now
gonna turn off my fan real quick.
getting hot or cold. ZV mesh keep groups.
You are struggling with the legs. Legs are pretty tricky. Yeah. Surprisingly
Yes.
so.
They are like so similar to arms, but not. Let's see. This is almost nice if it made one of those lines in here as well. Maybe I can nudge this.
Let's see. I am noticing that that I have this nano mesh for the head. It's surprisingly slow.
That's not good.
Yeah.
It's not a good instance.
No, it works. And that's also kind of where it ends. it works.
It just works.
Okay, let's see what you can do with those antlery bits of his.
Let me see what we got. CD mesh.
Yeah, this part over here. It's because the subdivision's gotten way too round. So let's see if we can make that a little bit more tight. And instead of it being very lumpy, just pull that out. Make it a little bit more pointy. It's ever so slightly more. Yes, we will critique. We will. Put it into share your work.
Help and feedback. Yes.
Help. Yeah, that one. Sorry. see. Oh, those are two ones.
Ooh, he's got the hair.
Already
Typical
has hair.
Clark
Nice.
Kent. His abs are quite pillowy, like a little, like a bubble wrap almost.
Yeah, some buns.
Yeah,
They're all together
No.
after they've been into the oven.
super muscle. Let's see, his index finger is losing a little bit of volume on the front over there.
Mm.
I think it got like the knuckle got smoothed a little bit on accident somehow. Yeah.
Let me just see. Application window capture. I put this guy in front of my own screen. Now it's in the way. Yes.
See, what are we looking at here?
Still not finding my. Pure photo. Ah, look at this. Isn't this wonderful?
Ooh. Affinity.
Yeah, I do have affinity, but it's not showing the canvas.
Oh.
It
Yeah,
isn't.
It has the same problem as with Photoshop. There is a little drop-down menu in the capture window thing, and when I set it to Windows, it works for me, for Photoshop at least. Let's see.
Ah. Thank you.
Yeah, perfect. Okay. So it's the same for Affinity.
So, yeah. We just pick up a nice red, not because it's wrong, but it's just easier to see. Beautiful. Okay.
Beautiful.
Now I got my guy. Wonderful guy. Let's see. I think the length of the legs, it's all right. They could be maybe a little bit less long, but that kind of depends on also how the foot is working. And shape wise, I think they are kind of all right. Maybe the at least silhouette wise, but the area near the knee is maybe not as chunky as it is right now. But the outer line, that's pretty good. That's a good line. And over here, the inside of the leg is usually a little bit straighter. That you also have maybe the bulge is maybe not as visible, but also it isn't completely wrong. And yeah, maybe the legs as well. I think near the joints, near the joints, near the joints, it should be a little bit less bulgy. And you got your general sartorius over here, which is sartorius muscle.
Yeah.
It just sounds like it should be a general. So
remember that the general sartorius goes like to just past the knee.
yes, just kind of just wraps around. There's a muscle over here, and there's a big one.
Keeping all of those other things in line.
Yeah,
true general.
Literally, yeah. There's one over there, and there's just one on the side over here as well. So there's like a bunch of muscles, and there's the sartorius over there. It's just chicken scratches at the moment. I turned it to chicken scratches, but yeah, that's kind of what it is at the moment. So I think the legs are all right. You still need to do a lot of work on it, but proportion-wise, it's there. But maybe near the joints, it could be a little bit smaller. Let's see over here. There is. It kind of looks like the trapezius kind of ends over here, near his neck. but it generally kind of goes up over here. Maybe not that extreme, but kind of goes to the back of your head. And then it kind of from there again kind of wraps to around this point over here, kind of around the same point as your deltoid is attached to the, what's this bone called again? Collarbone. And everything is unmerged at this point. Yeah, that's fine. The collarbone itself, it could be a little bit because of the perspective of the camera, but I see a little bump in there, also on the other side, and it's actually quite a flat piece of bone. Only when you look on top, it's a bit bow shaped. Also, yeah. If you go to the other side, and you kind of got this cupid's bow, little arrow, and so that's how it's kind of bent. But looking front, it's quite straight. It should be, if you go for a straight line when you look from the front, you're I think in a decent position. So that's kind of attached over there. You got that little hole between the deltoid and the pectoralis major, which is pretty nice. Right over here, also on the other side, but it kind of looks like the pectoralis and the deltoid are kind of merging together. But in reality, the pectoralis kind of dips underneath the deltoid. It's a bit tricky because there's also skin over it as well, right? He's not a 0% fat kind of guy, but
he could be pretty close. He's Superman.
He is Superman, yeah. Fantastic specimen. But yeah, that's something to watch out for, I think. And yeah, maybe also the deltoid. It's because it's a separate mesh. What I'm seeing over here, I think the point, the very end, could be nice in between your bicep and triceps. It just dips right into there to attach to the bone that's underneath there. But I think that's pretty good. We got this guy over here. This kind of goes over there and over here.
Could you maybe share your file? I wanna do
yeah.
A little leg. Well,
let me just
hopefully instructional, but I don't. Let's see how it goes.
Let me just put my screen over there. Just instead of just having it the full screen.
Well, I don't have anything yet, but I just gathered some references.
Yeah, but still, you want people to see your stuff as well, right? Instead of me just scribbling. I'm just gonna put it over there. And let's see, the torso kind of looks alright-ish. You got your muscle, and it kind of goes over here into there. There you get your belly button. And there's also a muscle that kind of goes over here. You got that one over there as well. And yeah, the serratii?
Yeah, serratus.
Serratus, yeah. Those very sharp looking ones in between the ribs. Those can be a little bit tricky, but yeah. Let me just if that FBX is there, Let me just open it up.
This little
Maybe a
finger
little bit
things.
easier to.
I don't see it yet.
Not yet. No, we got time. We got time.
Oh, yeah, okay. Noted in references, turn off sample projection. I was like, why is it not doing anything? Let me just put this back.
The files are too powerful. Oh no! Oh no!
Oh yes. Let's see. What would be the?
Make it a decimation or something like that. It would be good enough, right?
If it gets below 25 MB. Let's see.
So here's one of
maybe
the.
I can do something.
Yeah.
No, probably Google Drive.
Look at those reference likes you got there.
I think I got them all from Google. Assets.
You can still find things in there.
Gloves.
Yeah, but also here, by the way, is a little bit of a con on using the nano mesh as what I'm using it for now. It's sometimes after saving and you were editing your mesh, it kind of just splits it afterwards. The edit mesh kind of disappears, but the split still exists.
Oh.
Yeah.
It worked. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, perfect. So in that case, you just go to transform. There's a split screen over here. You can put it back to 0, and everything is back together. So that's a weird quirk that it has, but yeah, it's ZBrush, right?
Yeah, ZBrush is a little strange sometimes.
Okay.
Default.
Let me just save this one real quick.
Ah, look at that. See, decimation worked fine. Just move my lights with a little hole place. There's a little bit of a strange line going on underneath his nose over here.
Oh yeah.
Just symmetry. Let's turn that on. I think his nose is just going quite forward. Rule of thumb, so it doesn't have to be the case because noses are very individual. Is that the nose goes at almost the same angle as the cheek underneath the eye. So this goes at the same angle as this, kind of. So let me just make it bigger. Okay, I think my pen sensitivity was off again. Let me just alt tab and go back. Yeah. Pushing it a little. Might be a little bit enough space in between here.
Lost Mike's cam again. Sorry, guys.
Oh, my beautiful concentration
beautiful face. Yes, I know.
I'm putting my tongue back into my mouth because I was like,
that's how you can sculpt better. That's
yeah. Let's see, like just those small changes. So,
oh, that's a big change, Mike.
That was a big one. So just I made the space between his nose and his lips is a little bit longer, and I made the nose just a little bit more even direction to compared to the cheek. Okay, but I was going to the legs. So we got these legs. And I'll just dynamash them because that's how I hold.
Such a weird guy.
Well, okay, so the legs. I think the proportion wise of the torso it's good. Maybe the neck is a little bit longer. But let's just take his head and use it to measure with. I'll duplicate the subtool. Turn it off. Here we have one measuring length. And delete neck. And I will start dragging. No, I will hold. No, I will hold control. Yes. And then when the tip of the head reaches the chin, I will let go of control and continue dragging. Way.
Oh, look at him.
And it didn't make it because they weren't all in the screen. So I'll try it again. So I hold control. I start dragging so it makes a duplicate. When it touches like the chin, that's the distance. And then I let go of control and drag, drag, drag. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now we have a bunch of heads. Should be 8. I think it's 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So he has, since his torso is good 4 legs, that's heads, that's good proportion. But his legs are a little bit long on the long side.
Yeah, they were, right? They were,
Yes, they are
close though.
9,
They're close.
almost 9 heads.
He is Superman.
He is Superman.
And Niddish says that instead of pulling out shapes primitive, can be used. Instead of pulling out shapes, primitives can be used. That will help a lot. Yes. Keep it low poly, and it's easy to tweak. Yes, exactly.
That is very true.
I really like working like that. So I completely agree with you.
That's
Also very
a
important,
different way.
but correct.
Yes. So at the foreheads, we will have the pubic synthesis at this point. And then our balls will be hanging from there. And half a head up, so where it is now, then it would be the hip, the hip bone, which is exactly where it is. And then the way that I usually start is to draw like this, the general sartorius, like we go down.
It's a good
go
one.
to the side, and then we find the knee. But where is the knee? The knee should be at 2 heads. Let's see. Am I right? Okay, let me just grab another image that I have that I shared before. I don't know where to find it, so I'll just go into the Discord. Feedback. This image. Save image. Downloads. Yes. Alright, texture loaded in. Landmarks. And now everything might switch it out. You see. Whee! Look at that. 1, 2, yes. Okay, I did memorize it right.
Hooray!
Yay! The knee would be at 2 heads high, or well, would be just below the knee. So let me get out of here. Take these legs, scale them a little, put them straight, and then just scale them down until they are 8 legs so that we can measure. And now it fits. Look at that. Turn off perspective. I don't know how much it matters. Not too much. That's good. And the angles would be half ahead, which they are. Angles, let's limit it off a little. Look at that. Remove. Let's look at this. This one first. This one first. Hello.
Yes.
Wee. And then let's make this one smaller. Put this to the side and make this one smaller. Yeah. So as you can see over here, it has this rhythm, like out and in and out again. It's nice S-curve. So
that's a good image. I like that one.
So that's on this side. It goes from the inside, goes out, and then in, which is following the shin bone, and then out again to the ankle. That's something that I like to start with. So you have this in-out rhythm, and then on the outside we have the bulk of the muscle, and then this little almost flat area around the knee.
We will share the images. Yeah. When we're done playing around with your model. I'm having quite a bit of fun, to be honest. But you were struggling with the leg, so listen to Mike. Yeah.
And so little flat area, and then it goes out for the calf muscles on this side again. And you can see on this image in red, you see this how much smaller this one on the inside is from as seen from the front, at least. So we're just gonna take that off in the silhouette, like so. Just carve it out here, because that's how I do things. And this bone that we had before goes into the ankle, so let's make that a little bit clear, like hey, the ankle is over here, sticking out. I use the move tool to just accentuate that a little. And the ankle on the outside is lower, which I'm not sure if that was, if I did that or if you did this, but it looks like it's almost there. Is it lower on the inside? Outside, yes,
It
it is.
is.
Okay. It is.
Yeah, it is lower on the inside. Yes, it's very easy to figure out kind of how you can roll your foot right to one side and not you can roll to the outside or inside really. So you can walk on the outside of your foot if you wanted to. Very, it's not nice to do, but you could. But walking on the inside, you can't. So the inside is lower than the outside.
No, the inside is higher.
Inside is higher. Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
It's that confusing.
Yeah.
Just explained it in the sentence wrong.
Shit said, why is it not? There we go. That's where I saw it. A little lower, a little higher. And I think it was also in the bony landmarks images. Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
If I just had looked on my other screen, I would have seen
it. If only.
So,
if only.
Yeah, if only.
Just the luxury problem of having too many
Move that up
screens.
a little. So now we have, let's say, a decent like silhouette from the front. So let's look at the side of this guy. So if we go to this same image, we'll just move it over a little bit more. See how he very cleanly described the balance of his leg. So instead of it being like straight one on top of the other, can I make it a little bit smaller while it's still visible? Yes, by moving this to this side. Aha. So let me hide the arm. So you need that right now.
1, 2, 3, 4. That's number 5.
You see the legs right now is quite like this one on the right side of this image. We have like the straight and straight on top of the other, straight on top of the other. So what we want to try is to have this box go out, so it's like rotated this way a little bit, and then from here it is like balancing on the back, and it's going out and back. This one is too far backwards, Mike.
Too far?
This would be very nicely done if you are using primitives.
Each to their own, right? But yeah, primitives are the shit.
There's no body that one.
Nitish knows. I know.
This forward, and so it's like round on the one side and then straight, and then from the top it's like straight and then round. And this, and we can go a little bit in. It's not as flat as this guy is drawing over here. Let's just the heel a little bit. That's the basics of the silhouette. So what we have right now from the back is that we have this nice cross of the directions again. So like the outer ankle is lower than the inner. So you have this line up over here. And then the calves, they have similar, but in the other direction. You have it like here. So the inside is lower than the outside, which is a nice balance to look for. So like if we just accentuate that a little bit, and then we carve this area out a little bit. And I don't know, this area on the side is like the connected muscle. If we take this image, it's not really a muscle, it's what is it called? Fascia latae or something like that.
Oh, the big one on the side. Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost a tendon, but it's not.
It's one of the many exceptions.
Yeah. We would have like the hammies. And let's so from the start again, we had this bony landmark over here at the forehead, so exactly in the middle. On the side of that, you have this other bony landmark of the humerus bone, where it is very close to the surface. You can like feel it on yourself as well, like this point on your hip where it's like the hardest. And then if you go back, you feel like your soft butt. And on the front, you feel tendony muscles ish. So you have this landmark over here. From the hip, you have this connection of the gluteus medius. And then the gluteus maximus is like this little wrapping peanut. That's how I like to call it. It's like this cashew shape almost. Like or like a butterfly. You can also think of it like a butterfly. You don't make it that extreme.
Your cat is passed out. Oh no. It has melted. Oh dear. Let me just check real quick.
Like so. Give him a little bit of butt.
Poor little guy.
If we just move the body a little back. Just mess up your sculpt a little bit. I hope I don't do it too much, but
Oh, I'm doing it considerably, yeah.
you know,
There are a couple
I
of
think
mistakes on the torso, but yeah.
let's a little bit backwards. Yes. Oh, his eyes are still sticking out. Oopsie daisy. And his eyebrows. Just merge down. That's not what I wanted to merge down. I merged down the legs and the arms.
This isn't good. What did I do over here? Whoop.
Split. Okay. Eyebrows. Merge down. Okay.
There we go.
Now we're gonna move you into the skull again. Whoop. Were you there? No, a little bit deeper. Okay, fix it. Arms. I like to have them a little bit more. Not exactly like that. A little bit of this. A little bit of this. Forward, backwards. Motion in the chest like this, forward, this backwards. S curve all the way.
Hells yeah.
So the next step, in my opinion, would be to make these ankles a little bit closer together. And then make the, was it a triangle pyramid? And boxes, basically. Just boxes.
Yeah.
For the foot. Just it goes here, down here, down here. Just cut this all off. Try to make it flat. It's easier if you just start with primitives, but it's not what I like. Cut this off. Yeah. So if we take the H polish, just make it polish it, polish it, polish it. And now we have this foot shape. So that could go to around here. And little boxes for the toes. His heel is a little bit big. Still, oh, I didn't carve it off from the bottom view. Like that, carve that off, and that connects to the calves, which makes this diamond shape, right? If we look over here, we have this diamond. Hey. Just do that a little. It's here. It goes behind the ankle. Like so. I also like to look from the bottom at the foot shape.
Yes.
It's like a shoe basically. You have like this inside going in, where it's like a little bit hollow in the foot, and then the outside and the heel and the ball of the foot. And a little trick that I heard recently for the measurement of toes is
Count to 5.
Count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah,
It's a good one. Usually it's
is
true as well. Not
usually
always,
you have
but you can.
5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is if we find this, let me just make the a little bit higher so I can see. So first you have this whole width, right, of where all the toes are going to be, this nice block. You mark off your big toe, wherever you want to put it. That's the big one. And then you just find the center of that, and then the center of each of those. Voila, 5 toes.
Wonderful.
And those 4 toes are equal because it's just the middle of the middle. And you have your big one.
Look at that. It's so easy.
Yeah. So yeah. After this, it's just the biggest question of refining going around. Remember, General Sartorius is on the top. He might stick out a little, but after that, he's mainly going inside. And just marks the border. And then on the other side, you will have your hamstrings that will go underneath the gluteus, right? These big boys. Let's grab that other image that I also had, this gray one. So yeah, you see these hamstrings, right? Go underneath there. But what that makes together with General Sartorius is this nice border on the inside, of which those adductor,
Doctor, yeah.
adductor muscles.
Add the doctor, yes.
Yeah, ADD doctors. And those are relatively flat usually compared to the quads and the hamstrings that are right beside it. So that's like a nice way to find that border. And
can we share the FBX afterwards?
Yes.
Can we? Yeah. Only a few as reference. But yeah, of course we can.
Voila. So that's right. That muscle is the medius. And then I'm not sure exactly what is the best way of doing this one. This one's in the middle, but I sometimes just like to
If you got your general Sartorius in
do
there
this one.
is the inside one above your knee. That one, yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe not
exactly.
that long, but
Yeah,
and
not
then you
not
got the
that deep.
outside one as well, and then you immediately have the position for the middle one on top.
Uh,
It
it's
kind of
not that
fits
one.
in there snugly,
It's like the
squished
middle one
together
is
by
like
two
kind of like a
friends.
V, right? So
Yeah,
it's like,
but it's a quite it's tends to be, at least in the figurine that I have, it's quite chunky compared to the other two. This is the one from
on the inside.
yeah, from Raffaele Grassetti.
Mm.
It's got your big one over here in the middle. Then you got your inside one. It's quite prominent when you have a male leg that kind of pops out usually when it's very muscular. And the one on the side over here. I forgot what their names was.
Yeah, I
Were
just
are
call them quads, but they are each have their own name.
yeah, there's some people say that the naming is always very easy because they describe what they do, and that's true for a couple of them, not all of them. And because the naming convention is so all over the place, it's very difficult for me to remember how they are called, and they kind of sound similar because they use their functionality in some cases, in other cases they don't. Sometimes it's just how they tend to look, like the ones that we made over here just a minute ago. On the side, your Spider-Man muscles, because they're also always very prominent in the Spider-Man character, the one beside the ribs. They're called the serratus,
Yeah,
and they're called that way because they have teeth. They look like a serrated knife or a serrated blade, a knife or a saw. It's kind of what they are. Water droplet shapes. Yeah. And
don't like
yeah,
fitness.
yeah, things like that. And you also got your Batman muscles because they're very prominent in the Batman character, which is basically your lateralis over here, your lats.
Lance.
And that's kind of how I remember them. Not by their real name, but just, the Batman muscles, the Spider-Man muscles, General
Yeah.
Sartorius. And because I usually work with Mike, we kind of know what we're talking about. Like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, that's the one over there. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
I mean, you got your orbicularis oculus over here, right? And your orbicularis oris over here. Um, Everyone knows your Gallia aponeurotica, which is on top of here.
Oh, yes,
Yeah,
obviously.
it's not really a muscle, but it's
No.
the bit that connects your frontalis
It's
and lateralis. The little muscles in the front and in the back, and there's just this weird thin tendon that goes over it. But yeah, names are weird. It's fun to learn, but they escape me always very quickly.
yeah, yeah. And they also change
Do they?
because the depressor anguli used to be called something like the triangle muscle or some triangulus or something like that.
Oh, okay. That's convenient.
And the same with the
Easy.
malar. Malar? No, was it malar? I want to say it's malar region, which is like an old word for cheek.
Yeah, it kind of sounded like that. Yeah, something around the mouth.
Yeah, so but that's also not used anymore.
Oh,
So they
it's
changed them.
it was too easy,
And
right?
yeah, because in the face, at least this is what Ryan Kingsley told me. In the face, they hadn't defined everything as well as they have now. So the people that make the names right now are the plastic surgeons that have to know. what those specific things are and if they connect to the skin tissue or to the bone tissue or to the muscle tissue.
Ah, yeah. Okay, that kind of makes sense. Yeah.
So yeah, the expert peoples.
We butchered your model. We did, and yeah, they had fun with it.
What did I do to your boy?
You're beautiful boy. Now, I saw a couple of problems with the torso mainly, and I'm trying to fix the hips at the moment. That's partly what I did to it. So it's also helps if there are legs. I kind of hit them at the moment. But let's go to the torso real quick.
Yeah.
And we got this boy, and we got this one over here. The one thing that I noticed, a couple of things, but one thing that was very noticeable is when you turn around, it's like Superman has been shot with a cannonball in his back. It's quite substantial difference that you've made over here. So kind of watch out for that. There is an S curve in there. Yeah, kind of what you have in here as well. But it's only a single, and it goes down, it goes inwards, then it goes out again, and now it goes in, out at this moment. So Ken did that, and there are these the lateralis that we just talked about, the Batman muscles. They have this very big kite-like tendon that goes from all the way in the middle of your back all the way to your tailbone. And that point is also where your thingamajiggies connect. What are the neck muscles called again, Mike? The big ones.
Trapezoid.
Yeah, trapezoid. Yeah, it's just a geometrical shape. Yes, that one. And those kind of don't really go from there to there, but they kind of go up and go around your. Maybe I did a little bit too extreme over here, but go around your scapulas and connect to the front of your collarbone over here. Like I briefly said, it's also around the location where your deltoid is also connected to the other side of it. It's not completely there, but if you take that point as a just as a guide, then you're close enough. Unless you're going to do something very anatomical, then you might want to. You're still in the right area, right? So it's a good point. Also, the chest itself, it's very flat in front, and you kind of do have that bow shape going here, but it can be drawn back a little bit more. I like that bow, so you can kind of push that out, and you have that bow over here and going over there all the way to your shoulders.
Sternum,
I know,
shoulders?
yeah, in your sternum as well, yeah. I know words. I know how English works. So you can have that. And you got that hole. I just emphasized it a little bit more, but you had that in there as well. And then you get your pectoralis that goes underneath your deltoids. I personally, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter too much. When I'm making arms, I also make them separate from the body, kind of what you had over here as well already, which is good. I like it. But I tend to take the deltoid with it as well, just so that it's separated over here. Oh, let me just go over, just over here, and you got your deltoid in the same subtool as the as your arms, and that way it's a little bit easier to put some muscles underneath there where they should be.
Oh, I do it like this, like you have it.
You did that different as well.
Yeah.
Nitish, how are you doing it? Are you doing it my way? Save me here. But yeah, that's just personal preference. It's really. But yeah, we got our serratus that we briefly talked about, right? The Spider-Man muscles, and they kind of peep around underneath your lateralis. Yes, there we go. That guy knows his stuff.
He does it. Oh my gosh.
And the lateralis is quite important as well. Also goes into the armpit really, and the serratus kind of peek out from there, and from there the side ones go in the area that's created in between there, right? You got those pointy bits, and from there the in between parts. You also have some muscles that go towards the front of your body, and the one in front over here that goes from the very bottom of your torso, goes all the way around your hips, and it also disappears underneath your lateralis. So it's maybe not as strong as I've made it over here, but maybe that lateralis could be a little bit wider at this point. It needs to be attached to the hip bone at some point. So it's because it's not really there, because the legs weren't were at a very early start. I just had to guess, and I guessed wrong in this case. But yeah, they should be this point where the tendon of your lateralis and your lateralis meet. That should be right on top of your hip bone. It's the connection point, or one of it. And yeah, I kind of rounded out your torso as well, ever so slightly. It was a bit more on the flat side, but that's also mainly because of the collarbone. It's a bit sunken into here, right? And yeah, that's basically the main things that I did, and removed the cannon dent in the back of his back, and that also kind of helps with creating a little bit more volume in the back as well. Kind of what I have over here. Make it a bit more strong. So yeah, but all in all, I think you're going in the right direction. It's just fun to do anatomy, so just keep noodling with it.
Yeah. I was going to the hand because I had a comment at first, right? But
Oh yeah,
the
you're
knuckles
kind of working on that already, right?
seem to be missing. For going a little bit back, and so because it looks like there is a knuckle here, right? So I was tracing that, and then there is like a finger bone here, here, and then there's another one. Oh, there's one part of finger too many.
Oh
One,
yeah,
2, 3, 4. So if we say that the knuckle is here,
he truly is super.
we could say that the knuckle is here, but then he has a very long palm, and there's some sort of fingers going on here. So knuckle will be here, knuckles will be here, and then here will be the first joint.
It is a little bit
Second
like a
joint,
Latin chorus. Yes, that's true.
and then we just get rid of this final part of finger, and now those sets, and I'll just pull them out again. Yes, so we have those swoopy motions that I told about last week, like on the top of the fingers that are a little bit curved, just to exaggerate the shape a little. It's a flat. Let me just get the H polish. H polish with alt to pull it out. H polish hold to put it back in.
And it's the scary thing about learning anatomy, because it's mostly Latin. Or is it Greek? Because it's
I want to say mostly Latin, but
yeah. I thought it could also be Greek because it's uh, had to do with health, right?
hmm, yeah. I mean, maybe the Greek people started with it, and then the people in the Renaissance were like, "Yeah, let's make that Latin."
Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, if you do it in the wrong order or pronounce it in the wrong way, you might summon a demon. So be careful with it. Okay, let's see. You can have your elbow over there, and then we got our muscle over there, and that one doesn't really end over here, but it goes all the way around to the front of it, all the way over here. And these aren't these isn't one muscle. That is one muscle, yes, but there's one that kind of peaks in between your triceps and your biceps as well. So you kind of got that going. You got this guy over here. It's not as strong as I just made it, but it's easier to exaggerate the shape and then tone it down compared to hinting towards a muscle that might or might not be in the correct spot. So I tend to overdo it and then tone it down. Even when my characters are quite stylized, I tend to make them very muscular, very lean in the beginning of my making my shapes. Okay, make sure that S curve is there. I'm just having fun, so it's.
Zoop, zoop.
No, because I
No,
notice
I
it was way too strong. I'm just gonna remove that, quite a lot of it.
for the hand, I'm just trying to separate out where his wrist area is.
Yeah, I'm
Because
kind of just
this,
having a general guess, like about there, right?
yeah, because you have the hand, and then usually there's like just a little bit, like a kind of like a little square, like a little box of rest before it goes into all of the shapes of the arms.
Mm-hmm.
Just a little square box before between the palm and the rest of the arm. So if we can just find that and put it in there. Just not being not. Yes.
Yeah, this part over here, this connection point is a little bit of an odd one, but that's because the hand is a little bit lumpy. But Mike kind of gave you some pointers on that already. But yeah, the especially the lower arm. I think the upper arm for me usually it's now at one at the point where I can think, yeah, the muscles goes over there and there and there and there and there. But the lower arm is always a little bit more guesswork for me. That's mostly because, especially this area, the outside of your arm has a lot of muscles, very thin ones as well. But usually, shape wise, and I kind of like to work with shapes, just big shapes. You don't really see them. So
Yeah.
this one over here, it's always quite. It emphasizes the shape of your arm and also the similar one on the inside of it. And then it kind of goes all the way over here to your tendon. And it also is connected. Let me just double check. Pretty much the same spot, but there's a little muscle. Let me just check it. Yeah. You got your triceps over there. There's a muscle that goes over there and over there. That connects to your elbow. And then you got your triceps. Let me just put this guy over here. And right over here, you got your biceps brachii. Is it the biceps brachii? I think it is, yeah? Yeah.
Yes, but that's not in that direction.
No, I just did the other one a little bit too enthusiastically.
Okay.
Yeah. This one
Because-
kind of goes over there. There
yeah.
we go. Yeah.
There's like the biceps, right? And then underneath that one is like the brachialis, not the biceps brachii. Sorry, I'm confused. Brachialis is what I was thinking about. Is that what you meant, or was that not what you meant?
I think that's the one, yeah. Which one is the biceps brachii again?
Just the biceps. Just the biceps is the biceps brachii.
Really? Ah.
Yeah, because it has multiple fingers branching the branching biceps.
Of course, that kind of makes sense. Like we said, just it sometimes does, but not always. There's literally a bone in your body that's called nameless. So yeah, they weren't really up in their game all those centuries ago.
Yeah, I know the brachialis now because it was very swollen last week or 2 weeks ago.
Ah.
I overworked it. It's like
exactly where it was.
It's like I thought it was my biceps that was like really like tense and just swollen. But then I was like, okay, yeah, because on the back, yeah, triceps, that's soft, and then there's swollen, but then on the front, it's still, there's another soft. So, it's in between. Which one was that?
It's a good way to learn the anatomy.
Yeah, I think
everything hurts except for that one. How's it called again?
I think doing some exercise while learning anatomy makes both of them more fun.
Yeah, I think so.
It's like, oh yeah, with this I'm training this muscle and this muscle. I can feel it, yeah. Or not. I can't feel anything anymore.
Just only pain.
Only pain.
Only pain. But yeah. I think that's about it, right? I think you can continue with this.
I wanted to say one more thing about the forearms, because you were saying that you didn't not usually really know like what is where, and I think you're right. You can just put them into groups and just focus on the groups.
Yeah, it's some of them are quite easy. The other ones seem to be like just some strands that go into this general direction, and then you're fine. Exactly. But it kind of depends how large and lean your character is. So maybe for Superman, yeah, they might be more important for instead of the characters that I usually create. So
yeah. So what I usually have is like the ridge muscles. It's a combination of two muscles, I think. Brachioradialis and something else radialis.
Yeah. That's one that defines the shape real well, yeah.
Yeah. And that one points to the thumb.
Yeah, it technically goes underneath it, but yeah, it goes into the side of your wrist.
Yeah. So that's that, but it points in this direction, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the other border is from your elbow, because you have this elbow bone that's always on the surface until this little dot, this little sticky out bone on your pinky. That's where it ends. So that it goes a little bit up and then straight down, and that's your other border. So in between these two on the front, you have your flexor muscles. Actually, most of the time you can just like define with just one stripe in the middle, because it's for a bunch of small different ones for different muscles. And then there's like this little triangle muscle Let's put it over here, but you don't really see that. So basically, you just have these on the front, and then on the other side, you have that other group that you're talking about. It's like this whole, all of this can just all be one big group on the inside of the arm.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Also, one thing that I saw that I fixed, but I kind of forgot about it. The bicep that you made. I've got the original one over here. It kind of looks like a large bulge over here, which okay, it's Superman. It's good. It's nice and long as well. It kind of disappears into a point into the armpit. It's kind of connected to your the upper arm bone. So this kind of bit over here where it just disappears into the torso, I wouldn't do that. So kind of just make it narrow and really push that into that torso over there. And right at the bottom over here, it just kind of feels like it terminates over here, and that stops. But you can try it yourself when you flex your own muscle, even when they're as scrawny as mine. You can it's also noticeable. But they go from that point, from the very top of your upper arm, to the very top of your lower arm. It needs to be attached to the bone lower to that, otherwise the muscle doesn't do anything, right? So give it a little tail over there, and it kind of dips in between those two lower arm muscles that Mike just described as well. And it got this little. If it's very lean, right? No one is that lean, but it kind of creates a little pocket where it dives into the arm. So yeah, that's kind of what I noticed as well. That the muscle doesn't really terminate at this point; it just dives in there. So
Yeah. Anatomy.
yay! Da, 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 da.
On the on the inside between the biceps and the triceps, it's just very deep. There's a bunch of veins and what's the other one? Sinews? Is that a word? Nerves. Nerves that are going in between those areas. So yeah. For the triceps, another triangle. What's it called? Diamond shape, just like with the calves. Whoop, whoop. Diamond shape. And then what I like to do is to have this relatively flat, right? So from the elbow up, relatively flat. And sorry, I have not watched chat at all. I don't know if you did, Bram.
Yeah, the last thing that
Okay, good.
Emil Smulder said was it's kind of like a Latin course, and it's maybe also the reason why it's so dark at Mike's screen at the moment.
Oh.
It's because of all the summoning of demons that probably happened. They're coalescing as his plays at the moment.
What about
Oh,
that?
there you go. He watered them off. Okay. We have Mike for another week, guys. We have him for another week.
So with the triceps, I have this going kind of straight from the elbow, and then I just go up and over to have like this horseshoe area of the triceps, like this, and then on the other one goes down and in. So that's the 3 parts basically. So you have 1 down here, and then 2 on the inside. So 2 on the inside, and then this 1 that's usually the most obvious one on the outside with the little tail.
Yes.
And it doesn't have to be all the way down this tail. That differs from human to human. It can like stop over here, or it can like be really thin, or it can be extra thick. But as a general direction. Well, I also was changing his proportions, and I'm still not happy.
It's I think it needs a little bit of work, but I think that's when you are making some changes to it. You just make them a little bit wider, make them a little bit thinner at some places.
Yeah.
It'll be fine. You get there. They're not. I think the proportion wise, you don't really need that big of change, right? It's very quite close.
Yeah.
But yeah, do the make sure that he has some good shapes in the first. It's very fun to start working on the muscles, but if the initial shape of him is the wrong one, then you kind of get things like this over here. If you don't pay attention, you get those cannonball backs, and some people have that in their the front of their chest, but that's because they have the collapsed lung. But yeah, hopefully no one has that, or at least a few. Only few people have that in the bag, and not everyone. Yeah, so make sure that the overall silhouette is nice and how you want it. But yeah, it's fun to immediately start working on the muscles. So I get it. I get it.
Right there. That was the head. Oh,
Where's the
right,
neck?
right.
Yeah, I didn't really touch the neck. Only the trapezius. A little bit. So it goes into the back of his head. So it's a little bit more diagonal. And but yeah, I didn't really do anything with the neck pieces over here.
Oh, save.
Wait. Let me just do a thing. Duplicate that. Mirror weld that. Okay. And I'll mirror that and mirror weld that. Okie doke. Now we got yours. And your arms. Perfect. Poof. Yeah. Okay, and now we do this. Can go to what I created? It's not perfect. Take everything with a little grain of salt, right? A couple of them.
Oh,
I feel like my abs need some work. They're a little bit too straight.
I don't like how he's standing.
And the back also needs some work. It's a constant back and forth between things you've done, the things you were doing. Yeah. Again, it's not perfect.
Let's see if we have.
Yeah, we will. Okay, Mike will disappear for a second.
Ah!
Bye, Mike.
No, the demons, they're coming to get me.
Feedback. There we go.
Yeah.
And I will export that file as well. I will just do it as a new FBX. Export. Just go to desktop. Wait, how was the file originally called again?
Defo.
Defo, yes.
What defo? No, I don't know. This is too big. What's wrong? What is wrong?
There you go. I hope it helps. Like I said, it isn't perfect what I just did. It needs quite a lot of TLC, but maybe you can use it as a little bit of a guidance. How are you doing, Mike?
I don't know. This is too much lean, but
I like his pose. He's very confident.
look at my balls.
He has his pants really high up with some girders. They're called. How do you call them?
Girders.
Patels.
Oh.
Suspenders. Yeah.
Suspenders. Yes.
Yeah. He has this old man pose. Who wants those kids off his lawn?
Get out my lawn. Ah, maybe this is it. Okay. Oh, let me merge the hair together again.
Oh yeah, that was what I was doing.
Let me see this. The top of his chest should be kind of where the middle of his foot is, so he is still a little forward, I think. So what if we move his legs? Hmm.
Yeah, it is a difficult curve. Yeah. Always have problem with it curve. That's why it's a cannibal. Yeah, it's very easy, especially when you're very focused on something. You kind of zoom in, and you kind of work on it. And at least what I do is that I tend to forget the shape or the overall shape, right? So yeah, it's a good practice to zoom out quite a bit and move around so you can see the full image. And like I said, for me, Mike works differently, and you do as well. But Nitish and I do it another way, which is also fine. But the shape is more important than the muscles itself. The muscles are for me are secondary.
Yep.
If that's at one point they kind of go hand in hand, which that line kind of blurs at one point, and it goes into the other one instead of shapes. It goes into muscle. But yeah, and but yeah, if that isn't really good, then yeah, if the primary shapes aren't working well, then the secondary shapes also won't work well. So yeah, keep mind on that. It's fun to drop in there and immediately go to the muscles, but yeah, yeah, you're doing well. It's good.
We've all fallen into that trap.
Yeah, we all have. Everyone has.
like in battle now. This top half. Bottom half is something I think his top legs are too long now.
Yeah, they're a little bit small. I think the outside can can be a little bit more bulgy. The from the upper leg.
I think you can make his shins a little bit longer at least. And you want to say this one's right?
Yeah.
Rest period in between.
Maybe near the hips. It kind of has a little divot right now. For me, kind of, it tends to be a little bit more smooth. Also, the outside of the silhouette of the legs.
Oh yes. Definitely.
Yeah, that little divot over there. It's a little bit smoother. But yeah, that's because of skin and a little bit of fat. Was a do I still have that? Do I still have that? Let me just check real quick. A couple of years ago was making a daily character, every day a new character, and I based it off comic book characters at one point. Not in the beginning, but it kind of was easier to think of a concept to sculpt. Let me go over here and over there, over there, over there, over there. No, it wasn't sculpt January. 2021. Wow, it's almost 3 years ago now already.
Oh my gosh.
Time flies. Let me see. Red cocky, radiate, rain, absorb. That was the one. I only have one tool. Let's see. Yep, there she is. Okay, that's an odd face. Okay. Do I still have the original body of her? I don't think so. This one, it was a little bit of a cheat. This one was 2 days. Yeah, I had the prompt wrong. I thought it was absorb, but and it actually needs to do triumph.
Oh.
Yeah, here we go. Okay. So this is kind of what I did initially. So there's a lot of muscle in there. And I just went over it and over it until it was... let's go over here again. Everything was very smooth now. You can still see the shapes where everything is and where everything should be. But yeah, it's you can still see that she's very muscular, but not as how do you call it? Stripped down literally as this over here. So yeah, that's kind of how I did it. It was pretty fun. Where's the body? It's that one over there.
Yeah.
And you kind of switch over there. Let me
Like,
just...
yeah, like no. It's wasted stuff, right?
But that's kind of how I do my proportions. Initially, this used to be a this over here. It used to have separate poly groups, like big shapes, to for the base mesh. And then I posted, and then I started to do the anatomy on top of that. So it's yeah. So yeah, this one was 2 days. So I tend in the end I just merged the two prompts together. So
Working smarter, not harder.
yeah, just see if I could fix my mistake, right? I think I did it 2 other times as well during that month. One because I couldn't go the other time because you were there in the Netherlands for the last day,
I
I
was
think.
distracting you.
Yeah. But we also ended up visiting friends in Breda.
Oh yes.
Yeah, so I merged them together. I had to do rain and food. So I made it cloudy with a chance of meatball sculpt that day, that evening. There you go. Two prompts at the same time. And
Let's go.
yeah. And another one for, I think later. It was just one day. I was a bit tired for some reason after doing it for 25 days straight. And yeah, I kind of just stopped and just merged two prompts together. Still have the same, still have all the prompts. Let's see. Let's go back to that one over there. Let's see if I can do something about this dragon today.
Save this.
But yeah, it was it's that method that I just did from just having my base character, posing it, then do all the muscles, and then basically just removing all the muscles again. It's not really practical if you're in a workflow for work, right? Because it needs to be sped up a bit. Because it's very slow, and a lot of the work that you did will be removed. But so no, not for just work, not practical. But if you want to learn anatomy, I found that it was quite helpful. Let's see, can we just go over there? It was a fun month as well, but I kind of died at the end. So
It's like when all the stress of having to do something every day was over, I was just
yeah,
over.
all of a sudden it just sank in when you're done. You're tired. Like, oh yeah, let's just have a little vacation for about 2 weeks. No sculpting, just relaxing, applying for jobs. All the relaxing stuff.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't able to do anything really for about a month or two. So yeah, it's don't do a full character every day. Just not recommended. Wow, this is really sluggish. Are you enjoying yourself there, Mike?
Hmm. I wish. Something is still bugging me in the legs.
I think they can. Well, I tend to overdo my shapes a little bit because it's fun. So I would make the waist thinner and the upper legs a little bit wider. So it's a bit more of those Venom shapes that we made a couple of months ago, right?
The legs are already super wide.
Yeah, but you could emphasize it even more.
Maybe
Yeah, the
you
knees
can
might
make
be a little
the
bit too
knees
wide.
thinner.
Just thin those and yeah. Yes. They're quite stompy feet at the moment. Very strong
Yeah, right.
legs. And I think they can be a little bit leaner. Yeah, for production, base mesh all the way. Yes, definitely.
Yes. Just use a good base mesh.
I mean, it makes sense as well. That way, you also know that your characters are all the same height or about the same height, which is
Similar
easier for
proportions.
rigging as well.
Your rig will work, yes.
isn't he doing it? Why is he? Oh, did they have an auto save again? Yeah, I have an auto save again. Okay. Just edit mesh. There you go. Ugh. No, I'm not liking how this works. Not anymore. So go over here, split screen to 0.
Nice.
I think head-wise, it's pretty much in the position I'm gonna leave it in. He says contemplatingly.
So this is something that I also do a lot. Is I have both of the legs, right? And I sculpt over here on this side, but I watch what's happening on this side. So I'm sculpting on the left side. Let's see what I did. Like this. I was taking stuff away on his left leg, but I was watching the silhouette on the right leg. And that was working better.
Yeah, there are a couple of places where you can do things like that. It's quite handy.
Then what I want is a little bit more sharpness over here and down. So that's where I was taking some clay away.
Yeah, I hope that this helped a bit.
It became a lot of information, a lot more than I was
yeah
thinking. So maybe you want to like rewatch it later. But I'm going to save. He says, well, he's changing another thing.
There's a thing over there, Mike.
Yeah. I'm going to save and send it back. So the arm as well, right? Flat.
It's also your sculpt is also a really good one to again kind of emphasize again on the part that shape is a little bit more important than the muscles in the beginning, because you haven't really drawn or sculpted the full muscle. Just it hinted towards them in some of the locations, just so that the silhouette is in the looks more appealing. It is slightly more correct.
Yes.
Yeah.
The silhouette's very important. Might be one of the most important. Very fundamental, at least.
You did some improvements, and I've shared it in feedback already.
Already? My improvements are not done yet. Oh.
You've been watching the stream.
Okay.
Let me just say, oh, it's over here in the text. Okay, let me just copy the image. Go over here. Go over there. Okay, and let's go to Mike again, and I will. There we are. Yeah, that looks a lot better. I think you can maybe round it up a little bit over here. I think this corner over here, it's quite sharp still. It's mainly just an S curve. But yeah, that's also part of all the muscles that happen here in the tendon of the of your lats, right? Kind of help with that. Check the size of your serratus, maybe. because it kind of looks like you got some three of those tiny ones, and then you got the rest of them. These are not just serratus, I think they're called slightly different, but they can appear from there. But what they actually do is maybe not as easily to see in my sculpt. It's kind of if you got the side of your torso, right? Kind of over here. That's a little bit more barrel shaped over there. Yeah. You got your lats that come over there. Here's your armpit. And you got a couple of them that kind of wrap around your and attach to your ribs. That's kind of what they do. They kind of from somewhere over here. Your lats are in the way, so you can't really see it. Over there and over there as well. Get 1, 2, 3. And that's maybe all you can see. At least in the model that I have over here. Maybe there's a fourth one. Yeah, it kind of looks like it. He has a fourth one. Let's make them a little bit bigger. Top one is quite large. A fourth. And the muscles that you got over there, they fit in between those teeth. So this one goes there, this one goes there, and this one goes there. Then you got another one over here. And then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them from the bottom or top. And they kind of all disappear into your underneath your lateralis and in between your serratus as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 fingers. And they kind of disappear into the pecs over here, which you got over there. So they might be not as small as this. The lateralis that we got over there, it needs to be this point over here is where the tendon of the lateralis, sorry, this point over here. Yeah, let's go over here. Your back, you got this one and that one. That's the tendon of it. It's almost a muscle, but it's so big. And this one is attached to your hip that we just talked about. And from there, it kind of goes underneath your armpit again, like many muscles. And again, it kind of goes from there. Let me grab my reference. So I'm not spouting too much nonsense. You got your trapezoid over here. And then it kind of goes over there. Your lats go underneath your trapezoid as well. This one is on top of all the muscles. So you kind of get that shape going on. And from here, that's this point again. Let me just make that a different color. Just make that blue. This point is that point. Ah, you saved this video in your favorites. You'll watch it later. Nice.
Nice.
And it kind of goes straight from this point into your armpits. So you don't have this weird angle that you got over here. So it goes from there to there. And it wraps around the rest of the body. So it kind of looks like it's bent in some ways, but muscles tend to go from one point straight into the other. And because they have a little bit of a belly, especially the biceps that I'm just drawing over, they kind of look round, but it just goes from one point to that point. And if it contracts, it just puts one bone close to the other one, right? So that's kind of all they do. They look like they bend, but they don't. And if we got all of that, let's see. Then we got that over there, right? Then we got your serratus over there. 1, 2, 3, and maybe a little bit of a fourth. Kind of depends how muscular and how well developed that is. Then you got your 1, 2, 3, 4, and a fifth one that goes right between your legs. So yeah, that's that kind of what it stands out. It's you made them better than what they were, but yeah, you need to look up a little bit more reference and before placing them there. And yeah, I think that's it. It will be especially fun when you whenever in the future you're going to do a character that has either his hands up or in a pose where you can actually see the armpit, and then it becomes just a big clusterfuck of muscles that go in there, but you really have to take into account which one is on top of which one and which one goes in front of the other one. It's a big mess in there. But yeah, it's fun. Just remove that. It's a little bit clearer over there, right? So let me just do this.
What did I do?
What did you do? Have you found it already, Mike? I think maybe his torso may be a little bit too tall now.
Yeah.
Just widen his torso and it'll be fine, right? He's Superman. Let's put it into alpha feedback again. And give you a little flexy muscle because you're doing a great job. There you go.
Flexi muscle. It's a nice name for it. Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Back again. I kind of wanted to stop using the nano mesh because the head is in pretty much the correct position. And I can't really work on those antlers of his. Are you doing it right, Mike? Oh wait. I have to turn off my capture again. There we go. Mike's having a lot of fun.
I'm saving. I'm sending it back.
His arms look quite...
One more rotate.
Maybe his arms are a little bit too lean?
I think it's something in the rotation of the arms.
Ah, yeah,
but,
yeah.
But
it's good enough. It doesn't need to be perfect for now, Mike.
Or does it? Or does it?
This guy takes his anatomy very seriously.
Rotate. Turn off this thing. Whoop. Not lost.
You think you have a superhero anatomy book PDF or something? Ah, nice. Oh, it will be a good one to share. Yeah. Well, if you can share it, I mean, the name should be good enough, right? Maybe the well, we've got a code. It's called ESBN number. It's near the barcode. So you can always go to your bookstore and like, hey, do you have this book with this code? And they can usually find it. If not the same day, then they can order it, right?
Yeah.
Kind of have to make sure that we are not sharing things that you should pay for otherwise, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not against it, but keep the Discord. Try to keep the Discord clean of that. We shouldn't be promoting it. Let's call say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I think we had it. We talked about it a couple of streams ago as well. That our school was almost closed down because there were too many slightly less legal licenses in the in school. They got very stern with them.
If you don't want us to shut you down.
Yeah, your old studio gave it to you. Don't know if it's legal or not. In that case, just share the front cover.
Yeah.
We can people can find it otherwise, right? It's also a bit of a gray area with anatomy for sculptors. And they've got about 3 books right now. But a lot of the work that's a lot of the pages or the information that's it's inside the books, they also share on social media as well. It's like, can you share it or can't you? Yeah, bits
Like
you can, but the full the full book, maybe not. So
yeah. It's like I'm pretty sure I found this on the internet.
yeah, anatomy for artists is pretty cool. And another one. Oh, let me just roll all the way back over here. Ah, it's mirrored. Perfect. The Human Anatomy for Artists. By 2 guys I can't pronounce the name of. But
Where do we see this?
let me see. Open a page that's quite clear how everything works. They have some really nice pictures of the muscles, but also the placement of the muscles and the shape of the muscle onto the bone.
Where is this? Where are you seeing this?
Where am I seeing what now?
What you were talking about?
I just pulled up my a book on my webpage.
Oh, your actual book.
Actual
okay.
physical book.
Yeah, I see. Okay. I was like, this sounds very familiar. I think I have this book, and it's like, okay, yeah. I think
this is a good example.
Yeah.
It's on the back of your knee, over here, and let me see if the underneath my microphone. There we go. You got this big black markers over there, and to the top, and those are basically the 2 muscles, the 2 placements and surfaces that your muscle is attached to, and right next to it they got how the muscle is that visible over there. Yeah, there we go. Is how that muscle should look like, right? So it's attached over there. Yeah. It's a really nice book for that, for learning anatomy.
Yeah.
I'll post a picture on it in the channel after we're done. Yeah. Oh, right now. Right now. I'm doing a lot
Do
today.
it right now.
I'm
Do
doing
it
right now, Mike. I am.
Do it. Okay, this time I will really stop. Save.
There you go.
Okay.
It's a good anatomy book. Some very clear pictures as well.
Ooh, Anatomy of Superheroes. Ariel Olivetti and Martin Canal. Martin Canal sounds familiar. Art. Oh yes, yeah, yes. I was on his page like yesterday. He has an insane Joker statue. From he's a art director at Sideshow. So
Oh, yeah, okay. That has to be good.
yeah,
Already sounds good.
yeah. uh, it's this. Uh, I'll share the link of this uh Joker statue. It's woo, mamma mia. So many details in that. It's so cool. So I was obsessing about that like yesterday. Okay. Am I good with this? Yeah, yeah. Did I export it already? I think I did, but I'll do it again. Okay, okay. In the Discord, help and feedback, the channel. I will
Station.
put. Oh, they are both small enough. Perfect.
Are you sure you want to leave it? Yes, yes. Just clicked on the damn link.
That's that.
Oh,
Right.
man.
Ciao.
That guy looks creepy.
This scroll more down. You will have like zoomed in pictures and stuff.
That
Uh,
jacket is just terrifying.
it's so cool. It's like it's still readable and there's still so much things going on when you look a little bit closer. What was
Oh,
it?
it has multiple Joker faces into his torso.
Hmm, let's see. I think there was
Yes, Mike is
there.
sharing his file right now. He will, he will.
Maybe it was not on his page. Oh yes, it was on his page, where it also
Damn.
has the colored versions. Yeah. Jesus. Yeah, but it's also they work with a bunch of artists together to make this.
The fact that his upper teeth are so much longer and a bit more placed lower down, it makes the smile even creepier than it actually already is. Normally, it's just a big smile, right? So
Yeah.
very long teeth, but yeah, he just elongated those upper teeth to a little bit ridiculous degree. But yeah, it makes it even creepier. I don't like this guy.
I love it. And he also has double set of teeth when he has his mouth open.
Yes, it goes even further. You can keep scrolling on this guy.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to look at that book, the superhero anatomy book.
Oh, yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
good.
if if that guy is involved, then I'm pretty sure the information is gonna be useful.
I mean, Harley Quinn is in there. The thing on in the middle of his chest, the little Joker thing. That's usually his on the Joker cards.
Mm,
There's so many references. His vest is also a damn. Yeah, like you said, you can just keep looking at this and you find new things. So creepy.
what's going on here?
I like that there's a separate little tiny little statue for the second head that you can swap out. Batman is just looking at him, just not impressed. Who also looks amazing, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll. I can't save because our station has locked me off again. Sure.
Mm. Silly art station.
Yeah, silly guys.
Define. Ah, yes.
By the way, what was I doing?
What was I doing? Yes. Oh yeah, I made a hand. Look.
We got about half an hour, Mike. We can do
Oh,
this, right?
yeah. I definitely did stuff. That was good fun.
It was. It really was.
I was giving a little bit too much information. I think if I can somehow organize all of this into something that's more easily to follow, that would be great. All that information.
I got an idea for
With
that.
this new
Yeah.
folder. Hand parts. I'm going to remove all of those bits just yet. But I will steal the color and fill in. Alrighty. It's a connected hand.
I'm kind of wondering how can I undo this? How can I save this and instead of just having, this beautiful square, what it actually is. I want to have this head in this place. I don't think I can I?
What do you mean? That is what you have, right?
Yeah, but I can't really work on those antlers of his. It's just too dense and too slow. So if I just pick a damp standard tool, it will go to a lower subdivision, and then it can have to do with that. So it's not it's not a good one. I will try to use the stager next time.
Yeah, what if you use the stager now for the antlers?
Yeah,
Chop
yeah.
them
So I
off.
kind of have to remove them over here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just go maybe
chop them off and put them somewhere where you can easily rotate around them.
yeah. Oh, wait a sec. Just undo a little bit. Yeah, this, and then I will. I just export this in OBJ. Will it only have the antlers? I hope. I just did no delete it. Okay. Added mesh. And append. No, import. I have to. For your own sanity, import the little star, append the little star, and now import.
Okay. I thought you were importing your own sanity. It's like, what?
If only I could. Just open another can of sanity, right?
Yeah. I ran out of my sanity for the day. Well, that does happen actually. So
yeah, it's one of those soup cans. Not really like a soda can. But you need to have a device to open it. It's a very heavy duty can of sanity.
Oh yes.
Would it be liquid or a little bit gelatinous, like ragu or something like that?
I think my sanity it depends. If I have a good day, I think my sanity is more solid. But if I have a bad day, it is very liquid and just drains away.
That's odd because in my in my head it works the other way around.
Oh.
Yeah, if it's fluent, it's easier to get to places where it should be. But
Okay.
if I'm if I have a little bit of a dense day, then it would also be a little bit more denser, right? Maybe chunky even.
Okay, maybe if I lose my sanity, you can use it since it's liquid already.
Oh yeah, that's good. We just swap cans.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay. Let's do that next time you're here. Home stage.
Yeah.
There we go.
I
Yes.
might not be streaming next Tuesday because I will be doing the whole travel thing again.
Traveling back again.
Traveling back and forth and back and forth.
This guy.
Yeah, I think I will be on time, but I might be just fried. So
Yeah, you were leaving early, right? So
yeah, exactly.
who knows? Who
So
knows?
just a warning. all right, let's put some. Oh, I didn't project my details. Let's see, how much do I miss? Did I miss with not doing that?
Dark stage.
Over here,
Wonderful.
Control
Yes.
D and project history. Yes. Control D project. No, I think it's easier if I don't project. Okay. That's good. Then I didn't miss out on anything.
Wonderful. Let's kind of figure out how that works. And ooh, that looks odd. Let me just delete lower, mirror weld. There we go. And then we got a curve over here.
I'm not looking at my half anymore. I should really look at my half.
Mike. Could
Otherwise, who knows what I'm doing? Where is that claw? There.
So get that one. We got these ones. This one kind of a bit more in this direction. And over there. This is so much nicer to work in. And this. Yeah, for everyone who needs to do a similar thing that I just did for the head, I want to work symmetrically, even though it's posed already. Use the stager and not the nanomesh.
Just be careful when merging things.
Yes, but since I like to work with separate objects.
That's not true. You merge things.
I do merge things, yeah,
You
but
merge things more than I do.
it's true. I can remember this, right?
Yeah, you use polygons for those merge things.
I can remember not to at least to watch out for this.
Yeah.
This won't go wrong and bite me in the butt.
Just remember to save before merging. Then you'll be fine.
That used to be something I did by default.
Yeah, every time the thing pops up, it's like, oh, this is not undoable. Oh, cancel, save.
Let's just duplicate it first.
Yeah. I don't do that anymore.
No, at a certain moment, Pixlogic decided to fix some things, so that was nice. There were a couple of times where you could crash zebras on demand.
On demand.
Yeah, I was able to let zebras crash on demand. That's when you right now it isn't a problem. Oh no, but when you're moving a model, right?
Mhm.
But you hold control. It's kind of what you did with heads. You could just kind of clone it. It's not really a duplicate because it stays in the same subgroup. And you can do that, but only when you got no subdivisions. If you got subdivisions, then it doesn't work. And right now, it gives you a nice. Oh no, it doesn't give you an error anymore. Oh, on top.
Just doesn't let you do it
Yeah,
anymore.
you guys can see it, but it says in orange on top. The mesh is composed of multiple subdivision levels. Delete or freeze them, and blah 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 blah. And but before it would say that, and yeah, just completely crash ZBrush. We just close it off. It's just not even a quick save. It was sometimes a little bit infuriating because I wasn't really paying attention, and I did put a subdivision 11 in there for some
Or you
reason.
just accidentally click Control D.
Yeah. Let's see how those connect with each other afterwards. And let's do this one over there again. And we got a big one over here, like that. Oh, it goes up and down, somewhere into that direction. Maybe that's the same one over here. That's the same curve. I'm happy with that. And then it kind of goes over here as well, kind of twists into that direction. Twists and turns.
Let's see, I have a big bat over here.
Okay, now we got that one, and we go to switch stage. Ah, yes, this works. This works wonderfully.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay, I need to fix this. It's quite straight, and there needs to be a little bit of a bend to it, a little bit of an S curve instead of a straight one. That's kind of good. That's good enough. That's good enough. I could maybe go a little bit more to the side over here. Yeah. Switch stage. I like it. Yes, I like this a lot more.
I'm not clawing at the camera, I'm just looking at my hand.
How do hands work? But it's a
Where
good
do
thing.
all these bags of skin do around that joint, right?
Yeah. I find it's a good way to use your own hand as reference. But I'm quite thin, and I can replicate my hand luckily enough, right? But it usually tends not to fit the character that I'm working with, because they tend to be a little bit more muscular and things like that. So it's just always a very scrawny hand compared to the rest of it.
Yeah, I think I have quite stubby hands, so all my characters also have stubby hands.
You're making it work, so that's nice. It works out.
For this one, it works. But also ladies will have stubby hands when I'm looking at my own hand.
When's the last time you made a lady?
Last year.
Oh yeah, for work, right?
Yeah, for work, the one with the shield.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
make a shield.
An ash shield?
Oh, yeah. Well, she also had a buttocks.
Ah.
It's a requirement.
Well, yeah, for most
Otherwise,
people. So, yeah.
yeah. Just so makes it not cool. I also saw someone do use pinch. Oh, my interface did not save. What the hell? Oh, I didn't store. I only saved. Okay, it's my fault. Config load UI. I remember that I did save it. Let me just see. But where? Where does ZBrush save those config files? Preference, save UI. Yeah, startup. Copy this link. Load. Paste that link back in. Yeah, there. Open. Whee. Yeah, there we go. Oh, it also saves the how far down I was scrolled. That's good. So I'll just put it there and config store. Let's okay. Brush modifier. I put the brush modifier in there. I saw someone use the pinch brush with the brush modifier. So a normal pinch stays pretty much straight, right? Really pinch. And then he put the brush modifier to a hundo, and then he really gets like an edge. Pulled out. And he used that as like a combination between pinch and a normal
Like a damn standard.
a standard brush.
Yeah.
Not really like a damn standard, but like
No,
over
but
here,
yeah, I see what you
like,
mean.
you can go like inside a little bit.
All right, maybe I should use that as well sometime.
And then on the top of here, just go out a little bit. And I was like, that's pretty handy. I should play with this brush modifier more, so I'll put it in my interface.
Ah. Who knows what it does for other brushes?
Yeah, exactly. I should have. Okay, cool. I will undo that. What I did. Okay. Back. I did a little bit too much. Yes, so pinch brush modifier to a hundo. But this brush modifier in this case can also go to minus 100. So what does that do?
Nothing.
About what I was expecting, just inside instead of out.
Oh, it just inverted it.
Yeah. It's a little bit strange with the pinch.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, the pinch brush is a bit of an odd one.
That's nice.
I,
Base type pinch. Oh, okay. It's his own base type. What is damn standard for base type? Standard.
just standard one,
Yeah,
right?
standard. Yeah.
Isn't it just standard with a an alpha?
Maybe. I think it also pinches a little bit. Brush modifier 32. It also has brush modifier turned on compared to the standard.
So some magic is happening there.
Maybe that's just it. I don't know. If I turn off the alpha, now we have this. And if we go to the normal brush, then we do this. But if I set the modifier to 32, 23. Yeah, I think that gave me pinch. Let me just Undo that so I can see it. Prepare. Yeah, it gave me a little bit of pinch with that modifier, but it's not as strong as the other. So maybe it's a focus shift stuff. Yeah, focus shift minus 14. Let's try that. Minus 14. And yeah, getting there.
All right.
And then the alpha.
That is
I don't think it's any of these alphas, but I'll just put 47 or something. Nope, that's not it.
no. It seems to be his own one. Yeah.
And I think
45. It seems to be too pointy. I think the dam standards is a little bit more tapered off at the edges.
It's getting closer. Put my lazy steps down. So I can get dotting. Let's see if he did that. Yes, he did. 0.05. Stroke. 0.05. Look at that. My own damn standard. God damn standard.
Look at him.
Oh, alpha. Look the damn standard. And Mike standard. Getting there.
The dam standard
Yeah.
seems to be a little bit more sharp, but that may be the
Yeah,
alpha.
it's that alpha is it? I think this is the alpha. Other side. Maybe it has an embed. Modifiers. No. Depth. Embed 0. And for the depth standard, it is the same.
Done.
Strength multiplier 1. Strength multiplier 1. Okay, no, that's not it. Well, something else is going on.
Magic.
Stay tuned.
For Tuesday or Thursday.
Oh, is it time?
It's pretty much time, yeah. It went by fast today. No, you're impressive as an artist. We help the community a lot. Well, we help you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Maybe one day we have 1 million subs, though. Maybe one day.
Wow. Hey, if it's 1, 5, 300 or 1,000, it's still a community.
That is true. Yes.
Oh shit! I fucked up my standard brush.
Reset old brushes.
Reset all.
There's also reset current brush as well, right? So.
And I couldn't find it last time. Where is it? It's somewhere here in the
reset
brush
current
menu,
brush. And the
right?
brushes,
Yeah.
it's all the way to the button. Reset current brush.
Oh, all the way on the bottom. Okay,
Yeah.
I never scrolled that far down.
I've got a 1440p screen, so I don't have to scroll. It's really nice.
I'm on my full HD screen. So even in my menus, I have to scroll. Right, the sidebar. Look at that. Did you know that you could do that?
With control on, right?
Yes.
Oh, people can't see it, but yeah.
Oh, people cannot see it, yeah.
But let me just go real quick. Just before we start, like, hey, we could. Oh, still got some things over here. Nope. There we go. Okay, that is turned off. And if you got some UI over here and you can't really see it, just hold Control. It turns into the arrows kind of change, and you can just scroll up and down. So if you got a UI for someone, or your screen resolution is being difficult and you can't see anymore, you can still get to see everything, and it also works on well, there you go, on this side as well. No, side by side works as well. So if you ever lose something of your UI, it's still there. No worries. You can still get to it.
You turn ZBrush off and on.
Nope. And yeah, I think we'll keep it with this. We
call it a day.
I barely did anything with my guy over here, but I had fun with explaining things. So
yeah, not a lot of progress on that hand, but it is connected.
There was progress.
Yes.
Progress has been made. It counts.
Exactly. And yeah, I hope all of those anatomy things were useful and not too confusing. That helps you out.
You heard so much Latin today that you thought you'd end up in Google Latin. Yeah, a little bit. Erat valde educativum iocum iterum esque ad proximum tempus.
It was very educational and fun again. Until next time.
Okay, that was pretty fast, Mike. Yeah.
I've studied so much anatomy, I just know.
Yeah, the educativum, that I get, yeah. And the proximum tempus, yeah, that kind of sounds like in the short future or something like that. Something close to today's... the nearby future. There we go.
Nearby future.
You did that very quickly, Mike. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you everyone for watching. And
yes.
Yeah, we'll see you guys on Tuesday again. It will probably be me again, but
yes.
Let's see if we can do something else instead of just this dragon again. So.
Oh, the dragon.
Maybe it's done. Maybe it's done by then. Hey, bye.
Bye bye. Bye, critters. Bye, die tisch.